What's up, heroes? This is Dan here from HeroAcademyFitness.com, and today we are talking about the dumbbell overhead press. This is a great upper body exercise, primarily focuses on your shoulders and your triceps. Typically, I will prescribe this as a supplemental exercise on days that you're not doing a strict barbell press. And it's great because for dumbbells, there's a lot more emphasis on your stabilizer muscles versus just driving as much weight as you can. So very frequently, if you can strict press 80 pounds, for instance, you would think you could go ahead and overhead press two 40-pound dumbbells. 40 plus 40 equals 80. That is not the case. You'll be humbled almost instantly when you try and do that. If you can strict press 80 pounds, strict pressing two 25-pound dumbbells is probably a pretty good accomplishment for you. So just because the nature of not having the two ends of the barbell connected with the weight, it really messes with your stabilizers. It makes your body work a lot harder to control where the weight is going. And it can also address a lot of muscular imbalances. If your right arm is way stronger than your left arm, a strict press, your right arm can kind of compensate for your left arm. Dumbbell presses, lefty's not going to get a break. So with that said, the technique is relatively similar, but since you don't have a bar to go around your chin like you do with the barbell strict press, some things change. Also, you can't really rack these, right? There are some dumbbell racking systems out there, but they're very uncommon. They're also very expensive. So instead, we're going to start by talking about how to get the weights up into position in the first place. Because if you're starting out, chances are the dumbbells using are pretty light. So, like picking them off the ground and just curling them up and pressing them, that's not a big deal. However, eventually you're going to get to the point where you're able to overhead press more than you can dumbbell curl safely, all right? And if you're trying to curl up weights that are too heavy for you, there's a good chance you can injure yourself, and you want to be able to hit your potential in the dumbbell overhead press without putting your biceps in danger. So what you want to do is you want to kick the dumbbells into place, or rather knee them into place. And you can do this standing or sitting. I very much prefer standing dumbbells because, again, if we're addressing muscular imbalances and stabilizer muscles, standing means that you also have to recruit your core stabilizer muscles, which are important as well. I will occasionally do seated dumbbell presses, but almost never, regularly will I do them. So what you want to do is you want to put the dumbbells on your thighs like this, all right? And if you're doing these from seated, it's the same idea. You just bring them up and put them on your thighs. You can use two hands if you need to, all right? It's a little easier if you're standing. You'd use one hand to put it in place. And then what you're going to do is you're going to kick up with this leg. At the same time, you're going to pull up with this arm and brace it in place, all right? So you're going to whoop like that and whoop like that. There you go. That's it. Very simple. Takes a little bit of practice, but honestly, easier than it looks, okay? Once you're here, the overhead press is pretty straightforward, okay? You're just going to have these just barely touching your shoulders. You're going to go up and back down again. Nothing really to write home about. You can do variants like a neutral grip like this. Drive up and down. That's going to recruit your anterior deltoids, the front half of your shoulders a little bit more. But I prescribe these. This is the way you should do them if you're following my programs, just because this is the way I'm assuming you do them if you're following my programs, like the Invincible one or something along those lines. So again, we're here, we drive up and we drive down. As with the barbell overhead press, you want to make sure that you're leaving your shoulder blades, your scapula back here, free to move. You want them to rotate and extend up with your arms. You're not trying to pin them back like you do with a barbell bench press. You want them to move freely with the weight, just like with a barbell overhead press. And that's about it. There's not too much to write home about in regards to specific technique on these, outside of just how to get them up safely into position, and you should be allowing your scapula to move as you're driving the weight up. Beyond that, it's just push them up and bring them back down again. If I had to say anything else, just make sure you're controlling the weight on the descent, but chances are you're going to do that naturally anyway. It's very difficult to just do a quick rebound rep on dumbbell overhead presses versus a barbell press, because not really much for you to bounce off of when you come back down again, as opposed to having your chest there when you're doing, barbell overhead presses. So, that's it. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments below, or even better, visit us in our Discord or our Facebook group, links in the description. Thank you for watching. As always, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome. Bye-bye.